welcome to Brimwood Farm. Now if you're starting a farm from scratch, then you'll know that it is rather darn expensive, and you might not actually have the means to access any form of personal loan, and once you have actually managed to secure some land, you're normally pretty skint because you've paid for that land or for that house. So then actually trying to find the money to build the important things like fencing and field shelters, milking stations for your animals, and just buying in the feed can be out of your means. Now, I was really lucky that we inherited the farmland from my grandfather, but just because we had that land, and I guess it's an asset in values sense, it doesn't mean that I actually have a lot of money to go and buy things to put on it, which is why you'll see the projects are often funded by Patreons. Some of my patrons bought the pond plants. I did a crowdfunding campaign a few years back for the owl boxes, and then on Facebook I just said to everybody, if you're thinking of giving me anything for my birthday, please just donate £1 or £2 towards this crowdfunding campaign. And actually it shot off the wire and we ended up being able to buy loads of owl boxes. But I'm always asking for gifts on my birthday. You know, back in the day it would have been DVDs, clothes, vouchers. Now if it's my birthday, like it is today by the way, yes, I am the grand old age of 38. Blimey, I'm getting old. I always ask for gifts like trees. I'd like a fence. I'd like a gate, please. So random requests like that. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that I received today that are for the farm in the future. We're also going to go down the garden because if you can see, things are starting to look a little bit messy. So we're going to do a bit of a late Chelsea chop with some of the flowers and have a bit of a clear up. But let's go and see those little gifts that I got today. So the first things I got for my birthday were from Sard, and he knows me very well, and they are eggs. So you can see that getting farm supplies for your birthday or things for future projects doesn't have to be boring at all, because it can just fuel your passion for chickens or pheasants in this case. So, well, chickens and pheasants, because these, you will notice this says JF. These are jungle fowl, so they're grey Sonoret's jungle fowl, which is kind of the ancestor of chickens. They're going to be included in the ornamental pheasantry project because they're a bit more niche market than your ordinary chicken. You wouldn't necessarily keep them out, you know, in a chicken run, and you definitely couldn't free range them because they're more flighty. So we've got 6 of those jungle fowl eggs, and then these are more pheasants. So these are College pheasants. Again, they're going to be for the ornamental pheasantry. So these will be going into the incubator very soon. Now, I am also excited to say that today the first of the Reeves eggs that we popped in a little while ago have started pipping, which is really exciting. Unfortunately, the silver pheasants, none were fertile. I did talk to my friend who gave me the eggs, and his cockbird is imprinted, and so we think that cockbird isn't actually mating the female. She's just laying loads of eggs. So we will get some silver pheasants, but we'll just have to buy them from a different source, and they're not going to work. But we may have birthday Reeves pheasants, so keep an eye out on the Brimwood Farm community page and the Brimwood Farm Facebook page for updates on those new chicks. Now, as you know, I've also been collecting trees like a mad thing, both native ones for the woodland that we're going to be putting up at Brimwood Farm, but also ornamentals like this beautiful magnolia tree that is going to be the staple of the wildflower meadow. So I also got my family and friends to buy me some nut trees for the orchard. So coming up soon, we're going to have some walnut, we're going to have some sweet chestnut. I'm going to try even putting a little almond tree in. Now they're not really hardy, so it can be a hit or miss, but I thought, let's have a go. So I've got loads of trees coming, I've got those eggs coming, so far it's turned out to be a pretty darn good birthday. All else I want to do is basically just garden. I know some people want to do special things to the garden, go to the theatre, go out for meals, but I just want to potter in the garden. It always really surprises me just how much stuff comes out when you start clipping back. So all of this is going to go on the compost. You can see down here that the irises need to be really nicely thinned out. So I'm going to do that now. And then we're going to give this bed a really good water. So as you might be able to see, I have cleared out most of the wallflowers and also had a good cut back on some of the things that are overhanging. I have left in these self-sown wallflowers because I want to transplant them and pop them up into individual pots. However, this weekend is supposed to be really, really hot in the UK, so I don't want to take these up yet because they're nice and established. I also have got loads of plants to put into these holes, but again, I don't want to put them out when it's going to be really, really hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to water this all thoroughly, both sides, get the ground nice and moist so it doesn't dry out this coming weekend. And then over the next couple of weeks, I'll think about getting all the plants in the greenhouse out. So I've got cosmos, I've got zinnias, I've got marigolds, I've got all sorts of little annual plants and some perennial things as well, chocolate cosmos for instance, that can go into these borders, but I don't want to put them out before it gets really, really hot. So all in all, it's been a pretty darn good birthday. And I do suggest that if you are thinking about setting up a homestead or you're already on a small holding or something, and you are short of money and you want supplies, just ask for gifts, no matter how random they are. Even if you need a car battery to power your electric fencing or an IBC water tank, just get it. Nothing is too weird for the life of a farmer.